What's up, YouTube? This is your big bro, King Jabez. About to state another very important message. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, leave a comment, and let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me over on IG at the King Jabez. And for those who want to talk to me one-on-one, I do offer consultations. Whatever you decide to do, it will be greatly appreciated. Let's do some work. I have a very important message for you. And I want you to take your time, listen to this entire message. And I can guarantee that this will change your life if you take to heart, believe what is said in this video, and allow it to shift the direction of your life. Today's video is entitled Chosen Ones. It's time for you to discover just how valuable you are. This is a very important turning point in the life of a chosen man, in the life of a chosen woman. When you begin to see, believe, and to more importantly, operate based on the truth of who you are. You see, for so many years, you and I both all have been taught lies. And one of the principles of isolation is to deprogram. Right? You have to deprogram and let go a lot of falsehood, a lot of lies. You see, our enemies in the spirit and the natural operate from a place of falsehood. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. As a woman thinks in her heart, so is she. So if you can convince someone that they're nothing, they're going to act like that. If you can convince somebody that all they can ever be is a gang member and a drug dealer and a criminal, that's what they'll become. You see, that's exactly what your big bro thought about himself at 19 years of age. It blows my mind how at 19, I was already convinced that my life was over. You all know my story. I've been very transparent on my program and my platform on all my, various socials. You know my story. Big bros from the streets. Years ago, I might add. It's been a long time. But I do have a history in the streets of Chicago. Not just suburbs, not against suburbs, not against any of that. Chicago. One of the most dangerous cities in America. And this is not to brag, this is context. Your big bro was a little bro back then. As a little bro, I was out there in the streets. I mean, whole nine, don't let me fool you now because I didn't, matured. Okay, lived a little longer, had the opportunity to go to college and to work in leadership and to have a family and to learn a lot through life. But let's go back some years before all of that. I didn't know my worth. And I told my uncle at 19, I'll never forget this conversation. I was 19 years old. And I was out in the streets, doing what you do in the streets of Chicago on the west side. Plasker Road, shout out for all those 290 brothers, you know what it is. And over on 290, west side Chicago, my uncle looked at me and, we had a conversation. He said, man, there's so many words. Nephew, you still out here? Didn't you just get out? He could not believe that I was right back on that corner. And I looked at my uncle at 19. And this is sad, bro. I want you to let this sink in. This is and I'm being personal now, because this is, I believe this will help you. I said to my uncle at 19. I said, Uncle, I'm 19. I'm black. I've been to the joint. I'm part of a gang. What else am I going to do with myself? Let that sink in. That at 19, I had already given up on my life. Do you know how sad that is? And some of you are right there right now, or have been there. And I would not be here tonight, which is probably when you hear this message, speaking to you in this manner, had I not discovered who I am. You see, I begin to realize that I'm more than this. I'm more than just a black gang member in Chicago. I am a child of God. Let's start there. Forget the position, any of that. I am a child of God. God has a purpose for my life. I didn't know at 19 I would be online talking to all these people, working at downtown Chicago where I helped thousands of people for years. I'm not bragging, just giving my story. I didn't start doing this online. I've been in the people business for years at this point. Check my resume. And I didn't know all that at 19. I had no idea that I would turn it around. And I don't say that to brag. I say that to make this message, to give some teeth to this word. I have lived this one. I know how it is to lose yourself in this world and not know who you are. And when you discover your purpose and who you are, nothing will stop you. So I think it's wise to kind of talk about, okay, how do you lose sight of yourself? It's a lot of things, and I can't get into all that. That will take too long. Probably take me about an hour or two. And it's not about me. I'm making this about you at this point. I gave that as a foundation for the message. How did you lose sight of yourself? Well, you were lied to by somebody or multiple somebodies. Ladies, sometimes happens with a man. Where I've seen ladies, and I've counseled a lot of women too, by the way. And I have seen women who have lost themselves under the, for lack of a better word, the oppression of a domineering man. I have seen men lose themselves under the, what would be the word in terms of a woman in this context? Domineering. This is what Brother Malcolm mentioned. A domineering woman will rob you of the enjoyment of being a man. And a controlling, oppressive man will rob a woman of her value. So this goes both ways. Online likes to be one-sided. You know what I mean? Online is always all the men. According to some content creators. According to some of you women, is always the guys. And some of you men is always the women. Here's what, big bro. I'm always gonna give you the real. I'm big bro. I'm iron gonna give you the real. The real is a little bit of both. Okay, it's never all the men, and it's never all the women. So I can almost guarantee you that those who hear this message, there are some men who have experienced this, and there are some women who have experienced this. So that's one layer of that. Then there are sometimes literature, for lack of a better word, experience, indoctrination that will give you a perspective that is false, rob you of the truth, teach you what they want you to know, and you have no idea who you really are. And I believe the chosen men and women are coming to a place now where we're beginning to wake up and realize that, something is missing. Something is not right. Who am I, really? Who am I? Are there some of these questions you gotta ask yourself, by the way? Are there some abilities I have that I'm not using? These questions I ask myself. Okay, who am I really? Are there some supernatural abilities I'm not using? Is there a knowledge I have that I'm not tapping into because I'm distracted? These are the hard questions you got to ask yourself as a man, as a woman. What is keeping me from being the best version of myself? You hear me? We're not talking about nobody else. What's keeping me from being the best me that I can be? And that's a little soul searching you got to do, my brother, sis. At some point, we got to ask ourselves, okay, how do I reach my full potential? Are there talents buried in me that need to be brought out? Is there something in me? Are there seeds that have been planted and it's time for it to grow and for me to blossom and to step into abundance and to be somebody, right? It's not always about fame and being rich either, by the way. It's a lot deeper than that, because purpose is not always money. There are people who left here who didn't have a lot of money, but they had a really good purpose. They helped a lot of people. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, And so that's a message today that I want to give. You can lose yourself out here also just simply listening to the wrong people. Sometimes your peers don't have the answers. Lord knows how many bad decisions I made in my life listening to my homie, who knew just about as much as I know, maybe a little more, a little less. And how that hurt me as a man growing up. And I'm sure some of you can identify with that. Listen to the wrong people. Bad company corrupts good character. So no matter how smart you are, how talented you are, you get around the wrong people, they're going to mess you up. So how's the saying go? You get around five broke people, you're gonna be the sixth, or something like that. You know what I mean? And that's not an insult. That's just reality. We become who we are around, and so that's so important for you and I to surround ourselves with people. And this is a challenge for you. Surround yourself with people who know more than you. It's okay to not be the smartest in the room. That's actually wise. It's okay to not be the strongest. If I go to the gym, I don't want to be the strongest in the gym. I want to see somebody stronger than me. I was at the gym tonight. I went tonight. You know what I'm saying? Got my workout in, and I don't mind seeing somebody that's stronger than me. Inspire me, motivate me. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be the strongest, the smartest, the wisest, really anywhere. I want to be around people who can help me elevate. So if you want to discover who you are, sir, miss, you gotta. Some people do this too. You gotta stop being around people who make you feel good about yourself. I know people like this. They will literally be around people who they perceive to be beneath them, to make themselves feel better. That's weak. You hear me? That's weak, my boy, sis. That ain't thorough. That ain't no thoroughbred, huh? That ain't how you supposed to do things. You call yourself a thoroughbred? That ain't thorough. Thorough is I want to be around the best. That's how I think. I want to be around people. Okay, motivate me, teach me something, and this is how you discover. And so we're on this path, this journey, where we're growing day by day. I'm reading some books right now that are just blowing my mind. Blowing my mind with this new knowledge, new information. We're constantly learning. I have a list right now of about 4 or 5 subjects I need to study. So we never get to a place where we know it all. I don't. I know that's for sure. As much as I've read hundreds of books, studied for hours, all type of different topics. People ask me all the time, how do you know all this stuff? I study a lot. That's what I do. I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to feel bad for that. Well, people are all kicking on Saturday. I was at the library reading for hours, my boy, sis. I didn't start doing this just on YouTube. I put in the work. And because knowledge is important to me. And as you increase your knowledge of self, this will manifest in your actions, and you will begin to discover, man, you know what? I am somebody. And that's what I want you to believe. I am important. I do have a purpose. I'm not just here for no reason. I am here on this earth to fulfill a divine purpose. And that's different for everybody. I tell you, my boy, sis, when you begin to see yourself the right way, you're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. You know what that means? You're going to see yourself as what you are, a divine being. On this earth for a reason. I have value. I'm somebody. I want you to say that. I am somebody. Make some decrees for your life. Write down some affirmations. Learn how to speak life over yourself. I did that actually earlier today. And I'm recording this video late at night. I'm about to literally take a shower and go to bed. And I think I kind of like this format, to be honest, because it gives me. I've been thinking about this particular message all day. And I think I might start recording my videos at this time because I've had time to read, to reflect, to think, and to process this all day. And my mind is always running at night. And I think the Most High is leading me to start speaking to my audience this time and just share tonight what's really on my heart. And that's just something I did with myself earlier today when I had these negative thoughts. I just shut that stuff down. I said, nope, hit the brakes. I made me a list of about 7 bullet points of who I am and shut that down. So this is what I want you to do. I learned something today. I'm teaching you all right now. I'm teaching you this. This is on the spot. When them negative thoughts come to you, my boy, sis, about who you are, shut that stuff down. Make you a list about who you are, the truth, and that's going to shift your perspective. In other words, you got to fight back, spiritually speaking. You got to take back that dominion over your mind. This is where the spiritual battle takes place, right here in our mind. And truth will set you free. So don't let anybody lie to you. Don't let people devalue you. Value yourself. Value your time. Enjoy your life. Be the best you that you can be. Don't try to be anybody else. In fact, don't even worry about what people are doing. I mean, I guess you can to a certain extent. It's just human nature. But to a degree, you can't even worry about anybody else in terms of that. You got to worry about yourself. What am I supposed to do? How do I develop my mind? How do I get my body into shape? Eat better, live better, read good books, inspire others, work hard, take care of myself. How do I figure it out here in this world where there is so much confusion? You know, Big Bro live in a real world. It's real out here. Okay? We all have our battles. Okay, let's just say that. Right? And so I'm not here saying that it's going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard on you. And I want to encourage you to see who you are. This, at least, that perspective gives you a chance to be successful, a chance to go against all the odds, because there's a lot of odds against you. There's a lot of odds against me, all of us for that matter. And we have to be strong enough to overcome all of that and make it. And I believe you can do it one day at a time. So that's what I have for you tonight in this video. I hope you all enjoy this. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. This is your Big Bro King Jabez. Love you all. God bless. Peace.